Welcome to the KSL. We're back, and it's time for the final mesh. We've been going for 2 days in a row now, Artosis. On, off, on, off. In this
like a
odd
light switch
schedule,
at a rave.
In this odd schedule that we have. But this, here, now, is the final run. Are you ready?
Yes.
Put your hand on the Zergling then. Ready?
Yes.
What are we doing? Are we going to pledge allegiance? What are we doing?
Pledge allegiance.
You know in those superhero movies where all the bad guys like put their hand on a globe or something and it lights up? Well, that's sort of not what we're doing here.
It's our little Zergling bro.
That's just so squishy.
So squishy.
Does it go this way too?
Yeah, it'll squish any which way. Any way you want.
Look at the mouth.
It
looks like 3D, right?
Kind of looks like your mouth, to be perfectly honest. If I just drew a beard and mustache on him, no one would actually know which one's tasteless. Look at the tongue.
Yeah, if we got a little marker, we should do that actually. After Blizzard gives this stuff to us.
Just destroy it immediately on camera. I light it on fire and the fumes give us make us pass out.
Oh, I'm getting a little sleepy here, guys. It's well, I shouldn't. I'm checking the clock. It's exactly 9:01 p.m. I'm losing my mind. We've been on camera for so long.
I just want to lower you into a wood chipper slowly. This TvZ, it's going to be good. How many of these little guys do you think we're going to see running towards light space?
6, maybe 8.
All right.
We saw HyuK do a really good job winning in his ZVZ against 0, but this is a TvZ, and therefore it will probably not end in 3.5 minutes.
Probably not. That's very unlikely.
Yes. And so we are, are they going to do an interview first? Oh, no, I guess they just finished the interview up. So our first map, as has been with all the maps we've been using here at the KSL, it is going to be on Eddy.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good map for macro games. It's not a bad map for rushes because you're rushing the Zerglings downhill. So holding the ramp is substantially harder than if you are on a high ground main.
Right.
So it is actually, if you were going to Zergling rush in a game,
this would be the map to do it on?
Yeah, it's not a bad map to do it on. Not bad, at least. Although it is kind of long.
The Zergling's getting tired. He's kind of leaning forward right now.
Yeah?
We got to give him some
support. The Zergling's very jet-lagged, tasteless.
Yes, this is right. This I just got back from Los Angeles.
Yeah, this Zergling, yeah. He was one of the many that killed Raynor there in that final game.
This Zergling had to sit in the back of the plane economy, all right? It was not good. His little legs are cramped. Oh, look at that.
Only legs that small have leg room in economy.
He likes to get his belly rubbed. We're going to go... What are we going to do? I guess we're going to put players on cameras?
I don't know.
Okay, see, I was right. So what do you think about these outfits, Artosis?
They're awesome.
Junior varsity esports is what I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're super duper awesome. If I ever qualify for any of these, I'm going to let them know. I'm not playing unless I get to keep the jacket.
These jackets are called Daddy's Money. Now, the red one's a little bit different, but I could definitely see
Light.
Light.
The best one,
the green one, I could definitely see Light walking around wearing boat shoes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kinda.
No socks, stinky feet, boat shoes.
Hate that. Hate that.
Now
Nothing
over here,
worse than sweaty feet, tasteless.
Nothing, Artosis?
Nothing.
You know what happens if you have sweaty feet?
What?
Athlete's foot. Even if you're an e-gamer, you can still get athlete's foot. Even if you're not, wait for it, an athlete.
I believe it's caused by a fungus, so sweaty feet in and of itself won't do it.
If the sweat stay there, then the fungus comes.
Is that right?
I think so. I don't know. I'm so tired right now. I'm so jet-lagged and tired. We've been on all day.
Well, off and on all day.
Off and on all day.
Strobe light casting.
Our 2 players are now in the lobby. Again, we're going to be on the map. Eddy, in this best of 5, the winner is the first survivor here of Group D.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Light or HyuK? I think it's Light.
I hope so, because we don't have many chances to get a Terran into the round of 8, and this is actually the best one by far.
Yeah. So Light crushing early on in the TVT. Now let's go to the TvZ where he fights HyuK. Okay, we're on. Over here in the bottom left in the red is our Terran player, Light, and in the upper left in the blue is our Zerg player, HyuK. Now, HyuK beat 0. It was a pretty crazy upset. We did have Light beating 4GG earlier, and even though 4GG is a great player, Light really dominating in that TvT.
Ooh, look at that. HyuK support in the audience.
Hell yes. HyuK, yes.
Once upon a time, an SKT1 Zerg. The fabled SKT1 Zergs. I really feel bad for all the Zergs that are on SKT. I don't know if you recall, but basically they all underperformed for being on SK.
Yeah.
It was like the saddest group of underperformers. People like him, like HyuK and Sue, who's now a god in StarCraft 2. And,
yeah.
I mean, many, many others. Which, right now, for some reason, my brain is not giving me their IDs, but that's okay.
It's okay. We're out of brain juice right now. We used it all up casting the ZVZ earlier.
That was a hard one.
Our combined brain power just trying to compute the Lings, the drones.
But he has more mutas. Will he just win?
I don't know.
Is it?
Wait, is it more is less or less is more?
Jeez.
Looks like Light's going to set up here for a wall in at his entrance. So we'll probably have the barracks thrown down here now as well. You were mentioning this is a map you could rush on if you wanted to, but it looks like HyuK is in fact going to go for a hatch on 12 here.
Yeah, not
so very economically oriented.
The bottom spots have ling tight walls where the Marine pops out on the inside, so it makes a little bit more
Yeah, it makes sense. If you're on the top, you know, the Marine pops out on the outside.
Ling rushes you don't really want to do against a player like Light. Light rarely goes mech. He almost always goes Marine expands, and he's a bio player. So his micro's good enough that, like, no matter when your Lings come in, he'll stop them. Even if you get his first Marine, he'll probably just stop them.
So, whenever I think of Light's TvZ, I always think of +1, 5 racks, roaming.
Yeah, he does that a fair amount. I would say that he goes 2 racks, slightly more, but he's just really good SK Terran overall.
Yeah, he's got some of the best bio control ever.
Yeah.
He really overpowers a lot of these good Zerg players.
He's generally on the cutting edge of SK Terran tech. Like, he was one of the first guys that really utilized BCs in strong ways. Like, for instance, it almost broke my brain. It's so obvious, but
yeah.
In one game I saw him against Sulky a long time ago. He actually threw down an armory and got +1 immediately for the BCs because Sulky had gotten 1 armor. Because that makes it so Scourge get 2-shotted. So then he brings it back down to 1. By the way, he's building that off-center.
Yeah, that's very important to note here. Oh my god, did it work? Oh my god, it's actually working. So right now, it might look to HyuK like there's going to be a vulture coming out of here very quickly and barreling towards the Zerg's base. Because a lot of Terrans will fake it to make it look like they're fast expanding, but this is going to be that +1 5 racks play here. So we might see HyuK over-defend here needlessly.
And he's doing it. He just started his creep colony, so he does think that that's what's occurring. And he might even prepare the build further. Like, you never know. You could see, like, a Hydralisk den go down. That is absolutely not what you want.
Right. And so, as the game progresses on here, this isn't a major blow here to HyuK, but it definitely it's sent him on a little bit of the wrong mental trajectory. Yeah. It's not so much what he's already made as much as it is he's been totally misled and is thinking it's a game that it's actually not.
Notice also, Light has thrown down his second barracks before the Academy. That is not the actual build order you would use with this normally, but because he's tricked HyuK, he knows that there is a possibility of a Hydralisk den. And if you do not have 2 barracks, you will die to the Hydralisk.
And this was more popular early on last year. It was a lot of Zergs trying to just come in there and kill the Terran like right before the game even starts. And hold on a second. Here we go. Hydrogen coming down here now.
Yeah. But the fact that he added that second barracks earlier gives him more stability against something like this. Now, this is not necessarily a Hydralisk rush.
Right.
HyuK is a lurker user a lot of the time in ZVT.
Yes.
He may do some sort of lurker push at the front. It's not that bad. You can do all-ins with it for sure. All-ins actually, I don't know who did it, but someone somewhat recently must have beaten Flash with a lurker all-in because they have been all over the ladder. And that's kind of how you can tell. It's like, oh yeah, someone had a spawn match last
Somebody
night.
did something on a stream, and now everybody's copying it.
Yeah. But you can go macro build with that very easily with the lurkers. If you do a push, you're going to get those depots almost every time and force liftoff on the rack. So that's like already some free value. But yeah, just a lurker opener in general here.
Now, seeing just Aspire, you don't know that it's lurkers. In fact, Ling's even hatching there, so he still has no idea. But I guess you see that many speedlings coming out, maybe you do suspect something.
Yeah, I think he does. When you see that many lings popping right then, it's kind of like, this could be lurker ling. That is a lot of lings.
Yeah, it's actually pretty scary.
He should float that Rax back in the main, I feel like. What?
What? Wait, what?
What in the world am I even looking at?
You know, I guess he can't really repair that very easily.
Tasteless.
But then he gets through there.
This is one of the silliest things I've ever seen.
Artosis, can you hang on a second? I'm going to gouge my eyes out.
Like, that's the moment that, like, a 1700 Zerg would do that to me on stream. I would just start belly laughing, take my hands off the keyboard and mouse.
I know.
Because that was so weak.
That's where, after they run away, you just pause the game. And then they unpause it, and you pause it again. You just use up all your pauses because it's like, well, let's just make this as bad as possible for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. You gotta grief them. But look at this. Like, Light has made 4 bunkers.
What if Zerg wins, though? What then?
You can win this if they don't pull their SCVs out. A lot of times they have the bunkers and then the push comes and they're like, they don't have SCVs. You have to take it seriously, okay? If they just make nothing but units and really rush you, you should be losing some SCVs repairing. But look, he's stemming in. There's 4 bunks. It like doesn't even. I mean, you can break maybe the first 2. Are you going to get into the second 2 then?
Now, I just want to point out the most painful part about this for HyuK right now. This is on TV. Okay? This is not like a game you played at home where you angrily lose and you say, whatever. Like, you know, when your teacher says, this goes on your permanent record, and then you get older and you go, there is no permanent record.
Yeah.
Mind exploded.
There is a permanent record.
Actually, this is our permanent record here. This goes on his permanent record.
Now,
imagine you're trying to apply for a job later on in life, and you're like, I'm sorry, sir, we did a background check, and did you win the game with 3 control groups of Zerglings against
a Wallin
that
had Marine Medic Fire Bat behind it?
You know, he made the Wallin so that he would never lose to that ever anyways. This was, I'm just going to check. Let me open up this Manila folder real fast and check. This was after the game had been out for 21 years.
Care to explain yourself, sir?
Yeah.
So the one thing that what HyuK is doing right now, he's got a good contain up, so you do have to go siege tanks to break out of here. But I guarantee you that right now, Light is feeling pretty comfortable. Obviously, he's going to be scanning to check on hive timing because the only thing he really needs to make sure of is that he has everything pushed back very well before defilers hit his base. Because siege tanks don't deal with defilers. He actually has to use micro to deal with defilers in this situation. Like, you know, stim up, push him back, you know, force Dark Swarms like siege tanks to Dark Swarm his way to your base.
This looks really hard for Terran to get out. Well, this is such a narrow exit, you know, at the natural.
When they do this, you have to get siege mode. But once you get 2-3 tanks with siege mode, you actually break out relatively quickly. Like 3 tanks with siege. Oh, that was good. That was really good that he ran up and killed one. And Light realizes how important it is that he actually breaks this. That's a very good break by Light.
Scan, he's going to get every lurker!
Damn, that was good.
Yeah, I can't believe he actually handled that well. He just burst out.
HyuK busting the first tank was really important because Light is like feeling the pressure that he needs to break out of here. And then HyuK killing the tank and then Light being like, okay, I got to pull the trigger right now because if he stays contained too long, you die to the push that comes afterwards. Wow, that was a really interesting back and forth that we just saw. Cool.
But, you know, Artosis, I think more importantly, remember when those Lings tried to knock down the wall in? Remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, that happened.
That's quite the move.
We've really seen everything now.
That's quite the move.
Terran's going to try to push up further north here.
Yeah, well, he needs to gain more area. And we saw the machine shop spinning again. he's getting mines at the moment. Because the siege tanks, you know, they're useful against the lurkers, but as Swarm comes out, they're not as useful, and you're actually afraid of Ling Lurker Defiler running all over. So you actually, if you switch into, you know, you have enough tanks to push everything back for now, and then you switch into mines, you're pretty darn safe. You're feeling
like
good.
That. This is actually one of the more modern things in TvZ was the heavy usage of mines now as a way to exploit Zergs that are limping through the game.
Yeah, well, in situations like this especially, it can be very, very strong.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Busted.
Yeah, he needs to back up for sure. Zerg needs to get home as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Lights are really showing quite a mastery of TvZ in this game.
Here it is. It's so funny. Irradiate and Consume finish at the same time. Now, Light's playing pretty fast, actually. You know, he's got enough fire bats. I guess he can just fight that.
Yep.
So doesn't he just want to just attack in again, right?
Situations like this, like if you're going siege tanks, only one port vessel, you need to add a lot of fire bats. Because otherwise, they will actually dominate you at this point. But with the fire bats, HyuK can't really even push him back. Well, look at this. He comes down. He's like, look at me. I have lings. He's like, well, I really
well, that's
truly
fine. I
don't
have
care.
5 fire bats.
Yeah. 5 fire bats with +1. Okay, lings. Nice to meet you.
Fire bats, or as I like to call them, catch-up boys. The dropship's going to come into the main. I don't know if he actually saw. I know he might have had vision of that for a second, but I don't know that he actually registered that as his attacks going on here in the front. Again, fire bats can kill Lings under Dark Swarm.
Dude, Light truly is one of the best TvZ players out there.
Oh, this guy is such a god. He's so good.
So good.
It looks like he's going to come in here and just kill this right on top of the Nidus. Look, he makes it look so easy.
He really does. He's so strong. The thing is, we joke about that Ling bust that HyuK did, and that part was not good.
Right.
But HyuK actually played the game well after that, quite well after that. Like the sniping the tank and stuff and trying to keep the contain up. But Light was just like, he knew exactly every moment what he needed to do. He nailed his macro, he nailed his micro. Like the clearing of those lurkers after the tank died, that was truly masterful. A lot of people lose every piece of their bio there, and the game is basically HyuK's.
HyuK is going to be pretty salty after that loss, but he's making
duck
duck lips, bro.
Duck lips.
I like it. Duck lips. And here we are. Preppy boy Light.
And Light lips. Light with his tight lips.
Light lips, tight lips, yes.
His tight lips.
Look at that. He looks great in that preppy jersey we gave him.
Well, that's what he should be wearing.
Yeah. He's the leader of the dance squad right now.
He's the Duke of Terran, don't you know?
That's right. The Earl of Terran.
I want to say the Count of Terran. I don't know.
No, he's not the Count.
No.
You got to be older to be a Count, right?
He's old school as hell. He's been playing forever.
That is true. Well, we all have our Tosis.
Yeah.
We all have. We're going to go to match point, even though it's not really match point, but that's the map we're going to use. Match point for game 2 in this TvZ. Right now, Light with the lead. Can HyuK come up with something? We're seeing HyuK basically avoid conventional play. Terran in the bottom left, Zerg in the upper right. Let's see if HyuK can bring something a little bit better this time around. I feel like Zergs would have a hard time on this map. Is that correct? If it goes on for a long time, there's actually...
You have to play aggressively as Zerg here.
It seems like there's just not a lot of bases.
But look at the record, 1-3. It's kind of funny, but yeah, there's so few bases. So no matter what, Zerg should be trying to mix it up. Because if it just goes to standard macro, it's like, okay, well, on 3 gases, Zerg can have defilers.
Right.
And on 4 gases, they can get into ultras.
Right.
Now, how many gases can you possibly get on this map? You look at it, it's like maximum 4.
Yeah.
Maximum. So, yeah, the map is not, like, for late game, Zerg should not have a good time.
Although I do like this map, I will say.
Match Point's a pretty interesting map. There's some really cool aspects to it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's really tough in TVP, but it's still kind of fun in TVP. And then TvZ, probably tough for the Zerg player, but
yeah, it almost seems like this is a good map just in general for Terran, right?
well, I think you're weak against Protoss here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, I mean, you can literally just fly an Arbiter in at any angle, and it's impossible to stop.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that hatch on 12 again from HyuK.
Yeah, he scouted for the proxy barracks. Light not doing it, though. This is a map where we've seen a lot of Goliath builds, but Light doesn't do that type of play very often. And he won't be doing it here either. Really is an SK Terran guy. SK Terran, of course, being Marine Medic Vessel.
Yeah, named after the SK Telecom team, which had a large number of very strong Terran players.
I think it was named after a player named Solkey that was a Terran player. I
really?
could have sworn that's what it was named
Oh,
after.
wow.
I'll have to re-look that up.
I actually thought it was otherwise, but... okay. Yeah, I thought it was named after all the...
Yeah, there was a second player.
SK Telecom players that were
There's
so
a
good
second player named Solkey that was a Terran, and he was not even that popular.
How is that even possible? We have two players named Solkey.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if you're going to be a pro gamer, a couple names you don't want to use. One is Rain.
Yeah.
Another one is Hero.
Definitely not Hero. My God, the amount of heroes that there are. There's like 4 legitimately strong pro gamers named Hero in StarCraft.
Yeah, in StarCraft alone.
It's so bad.
Just imagine that I'm going to make a band, and I want to name the band the Beatles.
Yeah. Well, this is even worse. Think about this, right? There's Liquid Hero, who dominated it early in StarCraft 2. There's the current Hero, who's on Triumphant Song Gaming, who's been one of the best Protoss for years.
One of the best timing attack players of all time.
Yeah. There's the Zerg player Hero, who just went to the military. He's one of the best Zergs ever in StarCraft 1.
Remastered, yep.
Yeah. Wasn't there one more Hero as well?
It's got to be. There's probably a couple more.
Probably.
Those are the 3 main heroes, but there's probably unlockable heroes you can find out if you learn more about StarCraft.
Yeah, probably.
If you want to tick all the boxes off.
Bunker going down. Taking his safety seriously.
So we have the layer tech coming here. It looks like it's going to be 2 hatch muta, because I don't see a 3rd hatch anywhere on here.
Yeah, most likely.
And remember that,
so it could be a Hydralisden in a second.
Sure. Yeah, I think a Hydrogen would be even worse on this map, unless you got lurkers and then just killed that academy at that distance. That would be pretty cool.
Pretty good map for mutas.
Yeah, like Artosis was mentioning in PvT, like you can get an Arbiter in here very easily into the main. You can do that with mutas as well.
A lot of lings being made.
Well, look at this crazy guy. Make it Aspire.
Yeah. Look at that placement on the academy. Isn't that interesting? He's really being careful about any ling run-bys, making himself as tight as can be.
Can you imagine we saw mass lings just run up and try to kill the depots again?
He should just suicide on the academy.
And if he suicides on the... Oh, my God.
I can't
Oh, my God. What am I even
joking.
seeing here?
I was joking.
I too was joking. Guys, I'm going to go home.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
You could just cast this one on your own. I don't know if this game needs people talking over it right now because, unless this is a cast for the blind, I don't I don't have anything to analyze. I don't even know what to say. How does this happen twice? I don't even...
Well, if you get the academy, let's talk if you get the academy.
Okay. All right, guys.
That's really good because if you don't have stim against this,
yeah,
you have to build infinity turrets, and that would be really bad. So he just took an insane risk. Like really, that was a big risk. And I think if he kills the academy, he actually wins this game off of that because you can't do anything for so long, right? You have to wait for the academy to build again. Again, you have to build so many extra turrets. But The Academy was pretty close to done, and there was, it didn't seem like he was going to break it. I guess he thought he might, but
it's really incredible how many Lings were wasted for absolutely nothing there.
Yeah.
Lings with mutas are so much better against Bio. Now it's just mutas out. There's like not even a...
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Oh my God, watch this. Oh my God.
All right, so we're going to go into game, a commercial.
Right, so listen, I'm going to lay down on the floor because I don't need to see what's happening here. Do you want to cast car accidents?
I want to cast.
So I was thinking
the Russian dash cam videos.
Yeah, let's start casting Russian dash cam videos. Here's what one niche market that I think hasn't really been tapped into is videos of cyclists all crashing at once. When one guy falls and then they're all just hitting each other. I think
like the Tour de France or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I can't believe we're even seeing this. This is just...
HyuK is unbelievably dead. This is... Like, he's losing mutas without killing Marines. And, yeah. His range is already done. Even when you end up killing this group, Light does not care very much. Because it did so much for him.
Oh my God. 2-star port Wraith.
Well, I think he's going to go Vessel.
Do you feel our energy?
I don't think it's going to be Wraith.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
I think you're just seeing things on the screen.
Somehow when those Lings
the dinosaur part of your brain, the part that reptiles also have, where reptiles are in common with you. I think that's the part that's speaking. You you're like blue Mutalisk. It's like, yes, my.
Blue Mutalisk.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like my gecko knows that, Tasteless. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
2-port Wraith. It's just like a word that fits with it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's really funny. All right. So here come the lurkers. They're gonna burrow. See? I can play by play. I still got it. Whoa,
Lurkers
that one
burrow.
almost died.
Blue lurker, hurt lurker.
Hurt lurker. Foot locker. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hurt locker?
Yeah.
Hurt lurker?
Yeah.
It's a war zone. Thank you, Tasteless.
The Zergs want to kill the Terran, but the Terran doesn't want to die.
I love this.
Yeah.
You see where he has those lurkers set up?
And
that is somewhere you don't want to walk to.
Somehow we're not nominated for the Caster Awards every year, Tosis. How? I, too, am baffled. Look at this. How painful is this to watch as a Terran player? Just imagine trying to get Marines back there.
Yeah, well, the lurkers are kind of zoning everything out.
This base must be like if you had in your house, your ceiling was exactly 1 inch lower than where your head would be if you had to stand up straight. Like you just have to walk around hunched over all the time.
Well, that stuff's very annoying, but he's about to have siege tanks. Like, he already has siege tanks. He's going to have a vessel with Irradiate as well. And you know that HyuK doesn't have extra bases. Like, HyuK, yeah, look how damaged everything is.
Yeah.
My God. Look at this, 4 bunkers.
So I want to point something out here. Well, hold on. Look at HyuK, man. He's just like trying to get the square shape through the circle hole. Okay, GG.
Well, Light bashing so far. See, I think Light has figured out how to beat HyuK. What you do is you build a wall that's Zergling tight, and then you put a bunker behind it and a bunch of units behind it. This is how you kill the Zerglings.
If you wall in at your entrance for HyuK, that's like a shark smelling blood. He thinks he has to come in there and attack the wall in right away.
Do you remember when people figured out how to beat 7 computers at once? You just build a wall, and then all the Zealots and Zerglings like just run into the wall and die?
Yeah.
That's HyuK.
That's how you beat 7 HyuKs. Okay, guys. Uh-oh. Okay, I've been trying to Shazam this song. Hold on. Don't talk.
I'm going to ruin it for you by putting my own beat down there.
See if I can Shazam it in time. We have a break. We'll be right back with Game 3. Woo! Welcome back to the KSL. It's time for Game 3. Light is, well, he's killing HyuK here, but also HyuK is killing his Zerglings. Truly is a,
it's a team effort.
It's truly the snake eating its own tail.
Who says StarCraft 1 is a 1 versus 1 esport?
If you guys want to show your friends how advanced and how understood StarCraft 1 is, show them Game 1 in the series.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, whoa, wait a minute. Was this the first day the game was made or 21 years into it?
Yeah. Well, let's see what HyuK has. Coming up here.
Sing it with me, Atosis.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay, our next match is Overwatch. Our next map is Overwatch. Hey, I have good news. It's wallable.
Yes. Let's see if we can have They Are Billion Zergling attacks on the entrance.
Yeah. We could actually even do it that way, whereas if one Zergling gets into the base, Light has to leave the game.
Yeah, it's actually a use map setting where all of his buildings explode.
Yeah. I think he would still take up that offer.
All right, guys. Okay, it's on. The Zerg's in the upper left, the Terran's in the bottom right.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a wall here from Light. I want to see if HyuK
Artosis with the boldest of predictions
busted
here.
Again.
And I think we're going to see Zerglings here from HyuK.
Maybe. Could be.
We're learning. We're adapting. Overcoming.
The funny thing is, I have seen occasionally a HyuK macro game.
A what?
Yeah.
Or as they would call it, a HyuK game?
His macro games are actually pretty good looking. But he just won't do it in competitive play. It's like you see him on like stream or on ladder or something, and he'll put one out, and he'll be like, oh, wow, yeah, you're a pro gamer. And then, like, whether it's KCM or the qualifiers or here at KSL, HyuK is like, okay, it's time to go all in. All that stuff that I've practiced in the past, don't need it.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. Get it out of here. No one
look
cares.
At that. Isn't that satisfying? The depot fits right in there.
While it is satisfying, will HyuK throw away 30 speedlings on that depot? I don't think so. I think Light has already messed up in this game.
You might be right, Artosis. So we've got the drone scout coming across the map. Since it's a one-on-one map, Terran does have the option to rush, do some kind of proxy raxing. And this is, again, a hatch on 12.
Well, HyuK gets over here and realizes that there's no wall, so that's good. See if he can put out a better game here. Interested to see if he goes for 2-hatch or 3-hatch. Oh, nice sliding shot there for a second.
It's crazy how good pros are at that now.
Yeah, it's pretty hard with the SCV to do the sliding shot where you actually get... Oh, see, you did it again.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You have to have the SCV with the little wheels on the shoes.
Yeah.
All the kids are using.
Yeah. All those kids using
all the Zoomers are
those
using.
rolly shoes.
Those rolly shoes, man. Okay, so we have the gas coming down here. So this is looking like 2 hatchery Mutalisk. But again, we've seen...
Well, it's HyuK, so I think it's more like...
So it's probably going to be mass links into a depot that doesn't work strategy.
Yeah.
Circa 1998.
He does a lot of lurker openings, but the fact that Light's making 4 bunkers every time it starts up just shows exactly that he knows what's going on.
Well, there's another depot not walling in. I mean, I'm pulling my hair out here. Look at this.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Imagine this just kills the hatchery. This is how you beat your 8-year-old cousin at the game.
Well,
okay, so this is intended to force drones to come down here because the bunker's such a headache.
not working too well.
Yeah, well, he's not overreacting. Oh my God, it's gonna finish.
Is he not overreacting or is he not reacting?
Yeah. 4 lings.
But
now hold on. All he needs to do is try to make a depot in front of that so HyuK dives on it. Come on, you can do it, Light.
Make a depot.
I see it.
He right-clicks the depot instead of the bunker.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, it was worth it.
So this game's already just on par with the other, with our other 2 games.
Well, this is like, it's kind of silly. Like HyuK started making,
Micro the 1 ling away. Aw. Micro the other ling away.
Okay, so was this worth it for Light? Not particularly, but he was giving HyuK bait to screw up, and HyuK just did not screw up at all.
So, kind of a cool little play there by Light. Light's actually having some of the most delightful early game Terran play I've seen this year. Like, he's pulling off all the tricks. That TvT earlier we had against 4GG, where he landed the racks in the mineral line and then landed that to block the vultures out and force the second to be denied. So the drone here is, I was about to say it's fat enough. If you control it correctly, you can actually keep the SCV from coming in. Very hard to do, but since it does get in, the SCV that is, it will see that there's a Spire coming here. And so Terran now knows exactly what's coming. And this is going to be the first, I guess you could say, straight up ZVT we're going to have here. He has not masked up a bunch of lings and tried to do anything crazy that might end up costing him the game later on.
No, nothing as of yet. He's taking his 3rd base rather quickly. Looks like a much more standard normal game from HyuK. Light is getting great scouting done. Is that eBay on the way?
As much as we're giving HyuK a hard time here, I do appreciate these attempted crazy plays. Imagine that they had worked both times. We would be celebrating HyuK so hard.
The Academy one, I appreciate. I almost think you should leave the depots there when you're doing Lurker because it makes less room for bunkers. And then you have more lings as well at that point to deal the final blow. I think that was like unforgivably bad. That the one on Eddy, but the one on match point I get.
Okay, so the turrets, you can see they're lined up to finish just before the mutas can come in there and really do any damage. And Light is one of these players that just has this down to a T.
Yeah.
Now, Light had some very, very fortunate engages here with the Mutalisks earlier on, where he was able to come in there and just gun them down pretty easily.
Now, this is such a... Oh my God, no way. Yeah, I was going to say, if he gets that, why does that ever happen in my games?
So, this high ground area is very abusable here. Unfortunately, he didn't pull away quick enough with the mutas, so one was already shot down by the turret. You want to pull the mutas away far enough that the turrets reset, ideally onto another Mutalisk.
But notice, right at the beginning of this, right, Light was sitting right in front of the bridge on his side. This kept the mutas dogging him for a bit. As soon as the mutas dive on the natural, Light goes across the bridge. This is a very methodical approach to how to play this as Light. The bridge is really where the mutas will tear you apart, so getting across the bridge for free is amazing.
Yeah, and now he can just reinforce. We're seeing that right here.
Yes, and he should reinforce, but he shouldn't go too much farther than he actually already is out there unless it starts to go very well for him in these little scuffles, because he is only on 2 racks. He's actually really rushing up his tech, but if he loses his Marine Medic, he can die. because he just doesn't have enough barracks to replace it. Notice how he's added in. Yeah, this is beautiful play. To
Very
go for
cool.
the armory, like he can just go into Valkyries, and he should add 2 barracks as soon as he can, afford it.
It's funny to see that Valkyries are actually viable now. They used to be one of those units everybody thought just sucked and were unusable, but
And I mean, when you get 2 Valkyries out with a sizable bio chunk against someone who's really focused on mutas, you can like go kill their 3rd.
yeah, and
There's
you can
almost
kill.
nothing that can be done.
You can win the air fight and also start to kill other overlords as well, which becomes really, really
the Marines
sad way to go.
The Marines protect the Valks, so you can't dive on them and you can't scourge them, and then the mutas can't engage the Marines.
Oh, what?
Wow, that's so good.
That's the ghost of the Marine that died at the start of the game.
Go surreal.
Old Mick Marine.
Old Mick Marine.
He's trying to communicate something to those drones. I need you to find my bones. I need you to help me solve a mystery.
Why is he shooting them then?
If you find out who murdered me, then I can finally rest in peace.
It was the Zerglings. Don't worry, they're already dead.
Oh, okay, thanks. I'm gonna go now. Nice sniping here. This muta control actually very good.
It is. It is. But he just continually is making the mutas, and Light is playing so carefully. He's added a lot more turrets. I believe that this is because he scanned and saw what's up. Okay, so he's actually skipping the +1 on Valkyrie and going into Science Facility. So he's going to make a maximum of 4 Valkyries here and just like bring them out with his bio. He can actually move out now.
What is the trick to making Valkyries attack correctly here?
Well, in this situation, you just attack with them, but if you're in a microing situation where you don't have a bunch of bio to protect them, you click towards the Zerg, and then you like patrol back.
You A-click towards them?
No, right-click towards them and then patrol back.
Patrol away from them?
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Because one of the problems with Valkyries is they occasionally bug out and don't fire the missiles.
I think I said it right. Like, my hands know how to do it, but I haven't said it out loud. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Where, like, if you give me the Valkyries right now, I can do it.
if you have a keyboard in front of you, your eyes will go cross, and you'll be like, here it is, tasteless. Okay, the Scourge are going to come in here. This is a lot of damage to these mutas already.
Great Scourging. Great Scourging.
I can't see what's under these mutas.
Yeah, the mutas actually are going to win it, just barely, I think.
Big win there for
yeah, that was really important. But there should be another couple Valks at home. Yeah, the Scourging there was so unbelievably important. Now, he's still only on mutas. Let's see what type of forces we have.
You just keep making Valkyries, right? Or you switching to vessels?
He's switching into vessels.
Okay.
Do you ever want to actually never went for the next 2?
Because this is still, especially this tech, is not something I'm used to. To see, is there ever any merit in trying to just keep making Valkyries? Like getting 10 of them or something?
No, you don't want that many. You don't actually need that many.
What about 30?
Well, that's the break point where they get good again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But like if you have 28 Valks, that's like worse than no Valks.
I see. I see. Okay.
But 30, yeah, no, that's good. Okay, so I'm actually surprised he didn't get Valkyries number 3 and 4. But anyways, he's got irradiates now, so
what's up?
He's good. He's good. And everything was already bruised, and oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, things just went poorly for HyuK right there.
Yeah, he just thing is, all right, that's it, GG. That's what I call a ZVT series.
All right, Light smashes through, and he is our first Terran in the round of 8. Means our group winners were 2 Protoss, a Zerg, and a Terran.
Light definitely just dominating today here. He's our player that's going to survive to the next phase of KSL. And that does it, guys. Our 2-day marathon being jet-lagged after coming back from Los Angeles, hosting BlizzCon. We did it. Yay. Not just Artosis and I, but you guys.
All of us did.
We all did it, okay? And everybody gets a trophy now, okay?
Now, our next broadcast day will be all the decider matches.
And that'll be on Thursday, starting at 3 p.m. KST. And it is the staggered schedule, so it goes 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m. for each game.
And I believe that'll be Protoss vs. Zerg, Protoss vs. Terran, Terran vs. Protoss, and Zerg vs. Zerg, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
We'll
I think you're
probably
correct.
show it. We'll probably show
And as
it.
you can see, this is one of the Zerglings now.
It's one of HyuK's Zerglings.
Yeah.
He tried to get a depot, and it didn't work.
He thinks we need to destroy the depots. So,
Well.
Zerg's right now turning away. In shame for the depot attack, the academy attack. Anyways, let's take a look at our results today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light over 4GG, HyuK over 0, 0 over 4GG, Light over HyuK. So Light 6-1 today.
Really good games, though. I especially liked our TvT that we started today off with. Give that a shot. If you're tuning in now and are trying to play catch-up, go to that match. It was really good.
And I thought 0 versus 4GG was really good, too, actually, even though it was a 3-0. 4GG gave himself some opportunities and showed some strong moves.
Yeah.
So these are our decider matches. It's going to be Kakulza, aka Modesty, against Mind. It's going to be Saxry against Best, Snow against Sari, and HyuK against 0.
This is going to be an amazing Thursday. It's down here at the Nexon Arena. This is in the not far from Gangnam Station, to make it simple for you guys. Come on down. It's been a pretty light audience, but you guys are always welcome to come down here and enjoy the games.
Oh.
We even get to meet some of you guys in person when you're here. Very cool.
And yeah, this has been fun. I'm looking forward to that day and seeing if we can get a second Terran up there. You think?
I hope not, Artosis.
Sari versus Snow is probably not going to go his way, but Mine versus Modesty, that definitely is a doable one.
Yeah.
You bringing that Zerglin home tonight?
No. I'm going to go get a beer with a friend after this. I can't be walking around the bars with a stuffed animal. Or can I?
Yeah, I would hope that you can. I could.
Damn. That's why we hang out.
I told you, I don't need love.
There's something very satisfying about squishing this thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stress Zergling.
Yeah. Oh, Hydra busts, I hate them.
The Zergling stopped my probe from scouting.
So, I'm feeling pretty tired, but I'm glad we made it through this.
I'm feeling fantastic. It's been a great night.
Artosis has got so much energy, he's just going to start doing pull-ups right when the cameras turn off.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do, though, is go home and practice recasting those games.
Yeah. They were just so good.
I'm going to just open up the VOD and recast them. I'm not even going to record it.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'll record it and then watch it back to see how I did.
That's right. What you're going to do is you're going to cast yourself doing one half of it and some spaces in there, and then you're going to play that recording back.
Well,
and then you're going to be your own co-host, and you and yourself can talk to each other.
That would be good, too.
Yeah.
But I got to make sure that I take the right amount of breaks in between, like the hour and 15 minutes between the CVC and the CVT.
Well, I would go right
but
to the
I'm not
part
going to do
where
anything fun during it. I'm just going to sit on a couch like we did here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do tell your friends out there that KSL is going on. All the VODs are uploaded onto YouTube. And, of course, we're going to be back in 6 days to continue this tournament onward.
Yeah.
This is the last
Except for the
tournament.
YouTube
StarCraft.
part, I'm not sure that that's actually true. You might have to check them out on the Twitch channel.
No, they're on YouTube.
I was looking for Groups A and B a few days ago, and they weren't, but maybe they are now.
I might have lied to all these good people.
Well, the Blizzard staff was all at BlizzCon, so it's possible because that was like overlapped.
Right.
It's supposed to be on YouTube. It probably is then by now.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We only work here and host a show. Like, what do you want? What do you expect? Huh?
Yeah. So
we have to keep talking because they're interviewing the players.
yeah, that's
You want to have the Zergling over here?
Let me see him. Little guy. He's a cutie.
I actually, let me get see if I can. My cord goes far enough over here. We also have the Reavers here as well.
There was no Protoss today. Put that Reaver down.
Box.
Oh, a box.
We also have a box.
Yeah.
We can bring the boxes out. The Zergling can sit in the box like my cat does. Now, here's what I'm bringing home is these boxes for my cats.
That's what you bring home. You can carry the things in the box, but you don't do it. I bet
Let's
you
see
guys
if the Zergling
at
fits
home,
in there. Let me see.
Yeah, he's squishy. You just squish him in. Just push him in. There's a bigger box.
Oh,
behind,
he's
too.
pretty cute, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your cats could go like this on him. You know how cats go like
Look
that?
at this. Now look. Now looks like this is actually your Zergling co-host. But he's got arms, so he can kind of gesticulate.
Yeah. And he's sitting in a box for some reason.
Yeah, I'm in a box
He
with my
feels
arms around
safer in
here.
a box.
Put the Reaver up here.
And when he says stupid stuff, which happens all the time with my co-casters, I can just close the box at that point.
Can he fit in there?
Yes, of course.
He's like, no!
I can't breathe in her. Tasis fighting a Carbot Zergling
I know.
plushie. Tasis barely loses. You'll get him next time, buddy.
It was a close match. 3-2 victory for me, eventually. I did manage to beat the plushie.
That's good.
Look at the little face on this thing, too. And this is actually a
Yeah,
hat.
pretty cute.
So, you know, if it
doesn't
wasn't
really
cute enough,
fit as a hat.
you can
super
kind of put it
well.
on your head and, you know,
Yeah.
no matter how cool you are, you won't be respected. How about that?
Well, if you need respect and you need love, Tasis, you wimp.
Oh, this is not going to work.
Let's pull it really hard.
What we could have is you could sit on my shoulder like a parrot.
Yeah. Look at this.
What are you doing?
It's a drink cozy. Look at that.
Whoa.
Is your drink too cold to hold? Well, this I have the invention for you. Look at that. I'm just like, okay.
That's
Drink
good.
my
Yeah.
water just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're drinking a bottled water
And I
out
can
of a
put other
giant
things in there
coconut.
too. I'm like, oh, my phone? Look at
No
that.
problem.
Held
It fits
right
in there. Yeah.
Whoa.
This is great. What else can we put in there? This pen would fit
Give me that
perfectly.
pen. Let's see
Here
if
you
that
go.
pen fits. See this pen in case you need to write something, you put that down in there?
We don't have much else.
If I have a friend there, I can put a second water bottle in?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Buy now. $99.99. We're out of time. Thank you for joining us. We love you. We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.